What's up, gang? Hope you guys are doing amazing. Today, we're gonna be talking about entrepreneurship and balance. This is a huge topic, and I believe that I have a very unique take on this. And when I say unique, I'm not gonna tell you work-life balance doesn't exist. That's not what this bullshit is gonna be about. I'm gonna actually give you guys a real tactical way to have real-life work-life balance as an entrepreneur. Now, what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm actually gonna give you that tactical advice at the end of the video. So if you wanna skip ahead to that, you can. But I'm actually gonna take you through my day today and show you my work-life balance. So make sure you watch the whole video because I'm gonna show you my work-life balance, and then I'm actually gonna explain everything at the end. So let's get into it. All right, so step number one, as you guys see, I'm in my sweatpants, I'm in my PJs. It's 8:15 right now, so I woke up today at 5 a.m. I didn't film it. I'm really kicking myself for it. I apologize, but just know I woke up at 5 a.m. I woke up, I made a coffee, grabbed a cup of water, and went right to work. So from about 5:15 to 8:15, so for the first 3 hours of the day, I already got 3 hours of work in. All right, now we're gonna get dressed, and we're actually gonna go for a walk and listen to a podcast. So let's do it. Go ahead, Mila.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Mila.
I'm so huge, small, and I'm tired.
Is your mom gonna post on your TikTok today?
Yep. Wait, Mila's account got disabled, and then it came back.
Right, I didn't have a key, I couldn't find one. All right, we are back from our walk. It is 8:59. So my first call isn't until 11 a.m. today. So I'm trying to prioritize all my personal development stuff in the morning. Obviously I got my 3 hours of work in, but I know if I continue to work and push off the personal development, I'm not gonna do it later. So what we got now is writing my goals down 2 times, reading 10 pages of a book, 1 passage of a Bible, pray, breath work, and visualization. Let's get it. And also real quick before we dive in, I'm reading a new book, How to Make a Few Billion. Now the title might seem intense, the title might make you say, I don't really wanna make a few billion. And I'm reading through it now and it's like, man, this information is applicable for everybody. All right, let's do it. All right, personal development is checked off. The only thing I have left today for personal development is a workout, and we're gonna get that bad boy in later. I'm trying to see if I can play some pickleball today. If not, we'll hit the gym. But now, it's 10 a.m., calls start at 11, so I have an hour to get breakfast in, do a little bit of catch-up work, and then start my calls right at 11. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome into today's episode.
Welcome, welcome.
Mila, welcome into today's episode. Actually, we saw you this morning.
On my walk, Dad.
I was walking.
Don't forget it.
Now I'm playing.
Keep my stuff.
What's new in your life? Update people.
We're launching recipe subscription to other mentorship companies, which is cool.
Nice.
Starting to work with some cool brands and partnerships.
Very cool.
Which is cool. And yeah, really focusing on just like rebuilding a personal brand and seeing what opportunities that come from that through social media, and eventually maybe come out with something of my own. Wink, wink.
Nice. What are you working on, Mila?
Just recharging.
Recharging
my social battery.
Aren't you supposed to be posting on TikTok? You have a new TikTok now, right?
I'm too embarrassed, I think.
No, come on.
No, actually, you're right. The world needs to see me.
I'm too cute.
Aww.
All right, breakfast. We got 2 slices of pepper jack cheese, whole carton of egg whites, 1 whole egg, 3 slices of bacon, and 1 whole avocado. Let's do it. Shower time, but yeah, you can't see this one. I don't even want to say sorry. All right, you gotta learn to maximize your time. All right, so it's 10:40, calls start at 11. So I got 20 minutes to respond to my team's messages, do a little bit of catch-up work, and then get right into my calls. Prep my calls as well. My calls are already prepped, but I just wanna like re-review the material that I'm going over one more time. Fucking A, motherfucker. All right, updating you guys, it's 2 o'clock. I just got off my calls. I dominated my master coach call. That's a client call that I had with our high-level group of students. But then I had a sales call right after that. And that's why I started this clip by saying, motherfucker. And man, there's a lot more. I wish I could honestly just go into a fit of rage, but I was on a sales call, had the guy committed. We had to go through our loan process, so we were getting him a loan. We have a third-party vendor to be able to do that, and he got accepted for a loan. He accepted the offer, and bada bing, bada boom, he hangs up on me. Great, gotta love that. Gotta love it. He gives me a good old ghoster, but staying positive. Like I said, it's 2 o'clock now. This is truly a day in the life. So what I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna take like a 15-minute break, maybe eat a little food, drink a little water, rehydrate, and gear up for the second half of the day. Let's do it. All right, y'all, so 3:16. So what we just did is we took our 15-minute break. We made lunch during that break. So I guess it turned into a half-hour break. I was gonna go to the gym, but then I started work, and per usual, when you tap back into work, you get sucked back into work. So what I'm gonna do is, it's 3 o'clock now. My next sales call is at 5. So I'm gonna work from 3 to 5, and then I'm gonna take my call 5 to 6. And then the only thing I have left for personal development today is to work out. So then I'll work out, I'll be done with work, and when I come back, that is when I will hang out with Caitlin. So you guys are starting to see how I balance everything. It's very fluid and flexible, and it doesn't look like this every day, but as the day progresses, I continue to play mental gymnastics on how I'm gonna fit this all in. However, at the end of the video, I'm gonna break down the sweet science, baby. Woo, it's gonna be good. Let's spy on Mila. By the way, don't I look good today? I feel like I look good today. But let's spy on Mila. Mila! I almost didn't put this in the vlog, but then I remembered what this vlog is all about. Not just this episode, but the whole entire vlog. It's about the truth of entrepreneurship. I don't know what's going on with me, guys. I've taken 2 naps in the past hour and a half. I can't even tell you the last time that I've taken a nap. I feel like I'm crashing. Like, I don't know where this crash is coming from. I do know that I've been working really fucking hard. Ever since, you know, all this shit has happened in my business and I've had to step into sales and all this stuff, I've been working like 15-hour days, and I don't know if it's just all accumulating and coming to a point right now, but I feel like I could barely keep my eyes open and barely get work done. Unfortunately, I can't just not work, otherwise I won't have a business. So I got another 45 minutes of work now until my last call of the day, and then I'm gonna go to the gym. I don't know how hard I'm gonna push, but I'm definitely going to go to the gym because I didn't go yesterday. And yeah, just wanted to document this, man. I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm feeling pretty low energy right now. 6:40, time to work out. Got back from the gym and found this little, very nice sweet note from my wife, Caitlin. Thank you, baby. Oh, whoops. There we go. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you. All right, the moment you've all been waiting for. All right, this is gonna be the last clip today. I just got back from the gym. I'm a little bit sweaty, but now we're gonna talk about it, all right? So work-life balance. How do you do it when you're an entrepreneur? So the typical thing that most entrepreneurs say is, fuck balance. You're not going to ever achieve balance. Forget it, wipe it from your mind. That's one camp, right? Then you have another camp that says, you must strive for balance. You must really find it and have it perfect and never sacrifice anything. And honestly, both are wrong, all right? So this is the exact system for work-life balance that we provide our NLCA students. It's a very simple system, all right? So make sure that you take notes. Okay, so the very first thing you want to do is you want to define what are the four most important areas of your life. All right, I'm going to use me as an example. So my four most important areas of my life are going to be my personal development, and I would also lump my spiritual life into my personal development. I consider my spiritual life to be personal development. My health and fitness, my relationships, and also my business, so my wealth. Those are the four most important areas of my life. All right, so write down on a piece of paper, what are your four most important areas of your life? Cool. All right, if you need to pause the video, pause the video. Okay, now you're going to rank those areas of importance based on where you're at right now and the goals that you have for your life, right? So whatever the vision is for your life, whatever the goal is for your life, you need to rank the four areas, okay? So in this stage of my life, I am very focused on my career. I want to build the biggest, most sustainable business with the largest amount of impact that I possibly can. That is what drives me. That is what excites me. I really want to create something that is long lasting. I want to create a legacy. So for me, business is number one. All right, the second area is going to be my relationships, specifically my relationships with my wife, my relationships with my brother, and my relationships with my parents. All right, my friends are lumped in there too, but those are the three categories that are the most important to me. All right, from there, I would say number three is my personal development and spiritual life, and number four is my health and fitness. All right, so now that we have all four of these things ranked, all right, based on your life goals, based on what you're trying to accomplish, based on what means the most to you, you have these four things ranked. All right, so I just ranked my four things to you. Okay, so now that you have the four things that are important and you have them in order, you now need to work backwards in constructing your day, aligning the amount of time with these four things in order. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. So for me, my career is my most important. So I already know that the vast majority of my day is going to be my career. All right, and maybe for you, career does take up the most amount of time, but it's not the most important thing. All right, we can work around that. We're gonna figure that out. All right, but for me, career is my most important thing. So I'm gonna make the most sacrifices for it. I'm gonna spend the most time for it. All right, so I have my allotted time. All right, so my allotted time roughly, if my schedule is normalized, which you gotta understand sometimes it's not normalized, but when it's normalized, it's usually 6:30 to 6:30. 6:30 in the morning to 6:30 in the evening. Sometimes I'll start early if I need to. Sometimes I'll work later if I need to. All right, but 6:30 to 6:30. Okay, so that is where I'm allocating time to the most important thing. All right, the next thing here was relationships. All right, so during the week, relationships sometimes doesn't get all the time that it deserves, but it does get at least an hour and a half out of my day. All right, and that usually comes in the back half of my day. So when I'm done with work at 6:30 and I finish my workout, the rest of my night is relationships. So for example, tonight, you guys didn't get to see it because I didn't vlog it, but when I was on the Stairmaster, I spent 30 minutes talking to my parents. And once I'm done recording this video and I take a shower, I'm gonna spend an hour with Caitlin before I go to bed. So that gets an hour and a half of my time every single day. All right, so I've allocated that time there. All right, so the next thing is personal development, okay? So You guys saw it because I literally vlogged my day, so you guys got to see how I allocate the time. That was the whole purpose of me vlogging my day, was to show you how I do this in real time. All right, so with personal development, you guys got to see it as well. This morning, I woke up at 5 and started work right away, but I worked till 8 a.m., so I've got 3 hours of work in, and then I did my personal development. Now, my personal development usually does take me anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. I do end up spending probably more time doing personal development because when I'm at the gym, if I'm not calling my parents, I'm listening to a podcast. And then sometimes when I make breakfast and lunch, I listen to podcasts as well. So it probably equates to about an hour and a half, 2 hours out of my day, personal development. All right, so that's that bucket there. All right, now the last remaining bucket is my health and fitness. All right, so I usually dedicate anywhere from 45 to, I would say, about 75 minutes every single day to my health and fitness. And usually, if my schedule permits, I do that when I'm done with work at 6:30. All right, so I'll go to the gym and then I'll crush my workout there. All right, so what we call this is the 4-bucket method. You defined your 4 buckets and you ranked them in order, and then you created your day with the proper time allocation in order of what is most to least important to you based on your 4 buckets. So here's why this helps with work-life balance. The misconception that this solves is, the common misconception is, if you are truly going to have balance, that you need to provide equal time to all areas of your life. You need to give equal time to your career, equal time to your relationships, equal time to your health and fitness. And that, I believe, is bullshit. I don't think you do need to give equal time to everything in order to be considered a balanced human. I think you need to define what is important to you and allocate at least some time each day to those 4 things that are important to you. And if by the end of the day you have allocated at least some time, it's not always going to be perfectly how you have it laid out, but if you at least check the box that you allocated time to each of those buckets every single day, to me that is a balanced day, because you've given yourself to all the areas that you want to balance and that you deem to be important. All right, that is my version of balance. That is what's worked for me. That is also what has worked for NLCA students. Now, there is one last piece to this equation, and I think this is the one that fucks up most people. Most people, when they are focusing on the gym, really are distracted. Most people, when they're at work, are thinking about being home. Most people, when they're home, are thinking about what they need to get done at work, right? We're all very distracted. We're not actually very present. And I'm not saying I'm the absolute expert at this, but I would say I've gotten a lot better at this. But you got to learn to turn the on switch and the off switch. It's a skill that you have to develop. It is not something that you were born with. It is not something that you just are lucky to have that trait. No, it's a skill you need to develop, and it's called discipline. All right, when you're at work, you should be focused at work. You shouldn't be thinking about home life. When you're at home, you shouldn't be thinking about work. When you're in the gym, you should be thinking about the gym. When you're doing your personal development, you should be thinking about doing the personal development. And I promise you, you're going to feel a lot more balanced if you're present with the time that you have to allocate to each of these 4 buckets. All right, so that's my formula. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I got to shower and go be present with my wife before we go to bed. Chat soon.
Peace.